Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and as you can imagine, the Trump legal team is livid that President Joe Biden did not get charged, and former President Donald Trump is facing a slew of charges. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Trump attorney Alina Habba spoke to Sean Hannity, and they went through details of the report on Joe Biden. And it's a damning report that says he willfully retained and disseminated classified information. Willfully. That's important. Something else that's important is they said that it was, like egregious, that he didn't store the files properly, that he has memory lapse issues, that these things are all deeply concerning. But what's most concerning for Alina Habba and the Trump legal team is, why the heck was Joe Biden not charged and Trump was charged? Now, you can't prosecute a president while he's in office, but you can recommend charges be brought the day he leaves office. You could have said that in the report. He didn't do that. And I think what Her's thinking is how old is this guy going to be when he's out of office? Are we going to prosecute him for this? Could we even get a conviction? I understand his reasoning. But, Trump's only 2 years younger, so it smacks of hypocrisy. I want you to listen to Trump's attorney on this, and then I want you to give me your thoughts. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Dershowitz, thank you, Professor. And earlier today, former President Trump, he called on the special counsel in his cases to immediately drop all charges against him, especially in the classified documents case, following news that Biden will not be charged. And President Trump called Biden's case, quote, 100 times more severe, and called out the two standards of justice in our country. Here now with reaction is Trump legal spokesperson Alina Habba. Legally speaking, the question I was just asking Greg Jarrett, and by the way, thank you for joining us, Alina. The question I was asking him, now that this is their standard, that you can willfully retain and handle classified documents and not be punished for it, does that open up a legal window for you and your legal team to go in and say, we need equal application of our laws here?
Absolutely. I think the one thing that we learned today from Special Counsel Hur is that there is, in fact, and not that we didn't know it, Sean, two systems of justice. One if you're a Republican, one if you're a Democrat. We've seen it time and time again. You've spoken of it. The way that this can be used and what has become obvious that they haven't really thought about is they try and look impartial. They try and say, OK, we're going to raid Mar-a-Lago. Ooh, maybe that was a little too much. Let's peel it back. Let's look at Biden's documents. One thing they're forgetting that is so clear to me as an attorney is that, number one, President Trump has one thing that Biden, as Senator Biden, as Vice President Biden, didn't have: the Presidential Records Act, something that has shielded President Clinton. So when you're looking at this dual system of justice, they're going to have to face the music when we're in court. They're going to have to answer questions. And you know what? We shouldn't even be going to court. Honestly, I agree with my client 100%. They need to drop charges and let Americans believe that we're not going to be treated differently depending on our politics. I don't think they're capable of it. I think they have severe Trump derangement syndrome. But, it's very obvious what's happening here. But I do want to thank Special Counsel Hur for making it very clear to the American public that this man can't even remember when his son was passed. And more importantly, Sean, did you see what he said today in the press conference? He doubled down on it and said, I didn't think I needed to answer that question. Well, that's another problem that we haven't spoken about. You're sitting in an investigation. You have an obligation to answer truthfully and honestly. Today was just mind-boggling. They absolutely should drop the charges. We shouldn't even have to go as far as to defend it.
And then he went for, then right there, he had a memory lapse. I wear this every day, my son's rosary from Our Lady of no answer. He didn't finish it. Then he said, General al-Sisi of Egypt was from Mexico. On top of what else has happened this week? He couldn't remember the name Hamas, Francois Mitterrand, Helmut Kohl of Germany when it was Angela Merkel. I just don't know how many of these moments he can keep having when people stay in denial. And for the record, Alina, I faced a lot of criticism when I was probably one of the first people out there to point this out on a regular basis. And, how did I get paid back in return? They tried to compare me to Joe. Well, even